on Team Impact. Today we have our esteemed guest, Mr. Dilshad Azim, who is running a diversity hub at Groundpost and has a broad expertise in her domain. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
It's a really pleasure to have you on this session.
Thank you so much for having me here as well.
Yes, ma'am. And into the questions. What sparked your passion for this domain?
Okay, so I think earlier I just completed my studies all 20 years back. So at that point in time there was no spark. It was purely parents' decision, I would say. It was more about them making me to educate or be a financial independent women as such. So I think that idea came from my mom. So nothing was from my own self. But it is just that after the studies, I was very clear that I want to move into the HR, which I'm currently into, and I had studied what is required for that. Of course, my first motivation or the first push or the trigger is from my mother, and then I moved into this stream and then joined a corporate, and now I'm working in the corporate as such. So it was merely my mother's thing, I would say. Nothing from my end. At least the push was from her.
It's really sweet, ma'am, how you attribute your success to your mother. That's really sweet. Moving on, what advice would you give to young professionals or young students who want to pursue the same as you same did?
Okay, so I think the generation has changed right now. So earlier, wherever field currently I am into, we had a very structured way of doing things as such. So if you want to get into HR or if you want to get to any other role as such, there would be certain things which you need to do. That is religiously, I would say. But I think now it is not like that. It is somewhat different because the Gen Zs have a lot of options right now to choose and pick and to decide what they want. And I would say they are also very open enough to, think out loud, as we did not have that back then as such. It was more about, parents, and of course the money was something very important at that point in time. For today's generation, I would say that think about what passionate you are into and follow your path. Because we cannot put you in a place where you don't like, right? So you might work for some time and then leave. I think that is also a trend which we are currently following right now, to see that most of the people are not working for not more than a year or so in the organization, because maybe somewhere they are distracted or they are not focused enough, or they feel that this is not their work as such. So I think you should always align your goals with the passion right now to see whether you really love doing this job for the next couple of years at least as such, and grow in that. So I think aligning with your passion is very, very important for today's generation.
That's something really insightful, ma'am. Like, passion drives everything.
Absolutely.
And moreover, is there any particular skills or any particular soft skill or maybe technical skills or maybe related to emotional intelligence that you focus on and you think it's very much essential to be in your career and to excel in that?
Okay, so of course all these skills, whatever you have said, soft skill, technical, and the AI is very, very important right now, because I also use in my work as such. It has been really, really helpful, where most of the time I'm effectively trying to put in a lot of other works which I used to do earlier in an hour or so. I can do it within 15 minutes of time with the help of the AI. So these things are very essential, but at the same time I think everyone should also keep in mind that learning doesn't stop in college or after that. It has to be a continuous process. So now currently I'm in the role of diversity, where I have to learn a lot of things. I have to read it by myself, attend a lot of conferences to understand how the diversity is being perceived throughout globally as such. So continuous learning, which one thing I would recommend, that you need to be on top of what's happening and how you can utilize. And being AI, I think in the coming generation it is only gonna be a lot of AI help integrated as such. Don't think that the work job would be gone. I think there is a lot of rumors which is going on right now in the social media that the AI has come, the HRs are not required, or any other I would say stream is not required. It is not that way. It has. If you see in my organization, the AI is being integrated in all our softwares, whatever we are currently working on, so that it can help us time, so that we can productively work on certain tasks which is being assigned to us. So of course the knowledge of AI is very required and essential. You need to read that or be in touch, and that can only happen when you have a continuous learning, right? So that, and of course coming to the soft skill part of it, today's generation, I think they need to have these three things, which is very, very important for me accordingly, because I've been also like interacting with a lot of freshers right now. One is the commitment. Another one is, like the attitude, I would say. And the third one, as I already told, the continuous learning part of it. Commitment is that when a task is given to you, or where you want to grow, or whatever you have committed to an organization, you will have to go by it. And you have not heard, right? ஒரு நாள்ல CEO லாம் அட கேள்விப்பட்டதில்லை இல்லைங்களா? So அதே மாதிரி தான். So it takes its own time to do it. So you need to be prepared for that. So be patient, committed to what you're doing, and you will reach wherever you want to. As such.
Wow, ma'am, the 3 points, those were actually the reminders that we have to remind ourselves on our daily basis.
Yes.
Yes. And moving on to the next question, is there any one book that you would suggest for us to read, or one book that influenced your life so much?
Okay, so I'm not a avid reader, I would say, but I have started reading right now on few of the books which has been recommended by mentors as such. Which really impressed me was Noori, who is the ex CEO of PepsiCo. So she has written a book. So it's only about her life and what she has achieved and all those things. I think back then for us she was really an inspiration as such. So her book is something which I think every woman should read, because the current generation of women don't know how the like 15 years back when a woman was working in a corporate or an organization, what or how her lifestyle would have been. I'm sure they must have heard from their mothers or from their cousins or anything, but her books gives you a sneak peek of how her life was outside the corporate and inside the corporate. That would really help to also gain the understanding of today's generation and how privileged they are at this space, and what are the choices or the options they are enjoying right now. I think that's a good book you should read if you're not read.
Wow, ma'am. After your words, even I'm looking forward to check that out. That's a good source.
Yeah.
Thank you for a really informative session, ma'am. It was really nice interacting with you.
Thank you so much for having me here, and all the very best wishes to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.